gorilla stomping in a zoo. Check the vocals, animal, let's get it right. Boom.
Hey everybody, and welcome back for another video. As you can see from what's in front of me here today, it's April, early spring. It's about time that we start getting to planting some seeds. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and start these seeds indoors using various methods of potting and little mini greenhouses and all this lovely stuff that I went wild on Amazon with, and see if we get some success. So we've been waiting a little bit, trying to wait for our frost date to get a bit closer, because most of what I'm going to be planting today has a range of 8 to 12 weeks prior to your last frost date. And in Newfoundland, Canada, right now, my last frost date on almanac.com, the old Farmer's Almanac, is showing as June the 11th. So 8 weeks prior to June the 11th is around April the 16th. Alright, so mid-April. So we're going to try and get these seeds started. Going to have a little bit of fun today. I'm going to bring the family in once we get all the unboxing and setup done. And between the four of us, hopefully we'll get these seeds started. So some of the seeds that I'm planning on beginning right now, because there are some that I'm going to be waiting until a later date. But today, I'm going to be planting some cauliflower, some broccoli, some onions, spinach, and as well, peppers. Peppers take a long time to mature, so you kind of want to get an early start on those. And probably the 12-week mark would have been better than this being closer to the 8-week pre-frost date. Pre-last frost, I should say. So I got white cherry, Chadwick cherry, and Tiny Tim. I ordered all of those off MI Gardener. As well, we got regular bell peppers, we got the YOLO Wonder, and the California Wonder Bell. And then finally some jalapeno peppers. So we're going to get all these planted here today, and pretty much this is a learning experience. This is our first time really doing indoor seed planting. If you recall, last year we bought a bunch of seed starts. They were already started by our local farm, and we picked those up and put them straight into the garden beds. But we're trying to be a little bit more involved and broaden our horizons when it comes to seeding and gardening. And planting your own seeds is kind of one of those intimidating events and activities that you kind of cross your fingers and hope that everything turns out okay. So with all that said, I'm going to get to unboxing some of these kits that I ordered off Amazon. There's nothing sponsored here. This was all just me trying to load up on supplies before everybody made that mad dash to get gardening supplies this year. Because we know it's coming and it's already ongoing, that people are really getting into gardening now, and supplies can get slim. Seeds in particular can be pretty hard to get. But we were lucky, got on MI Gardener, as well as our local farm, and I think Kent, our local Lowe's, pretty much had another selection of seeds that we picked some up, and we're going to indulge in planting those. Alright, so let's get to unboxing these kits. I'll show you what I got here. The first kit that we're going to be unboxing today goes by the brand name of Jumpstart, and this is a hothouse mini greenhouse system. So what I'm expecting to see in this box is a 72 cell planting tray, or seed starting tray, and then there should be a larger tray which holds that. Hopefully it'll result in being able to bottom feed our seedlings. As well, you get a humidity controlling see-through dome which covers the entirety of your 72 seedlings. So in essence, you're creating a mini greenhouse inside of your house. So hopefully that's the way this will pan out and work well for us. Also included in this box, however, is a warming mat, and this warming mat is supposed to be useful for warm climate seeds and to help them get that initial germination rate that we're also fond of and looking for. Alright, so with all that said, let's get to the box, open it up, and see what's inside. Alright, so that's the full contents of the box that I just hauled out of there. Alright, looks like it might be upside down, maybe not, but we'll get everything righted. Okay, so here's our lower tray. Looks to be waterproof, don't see any holes in there. So hopefully that'll be, as we're hoping with the bottom-up watering method, we should be able to fill water in this and have it come up through the bottom of the seedlings trays. Here's our humidity control dome. And I assume there's going to be a little turn knob that we affix in there. Alright, we have a little paper insert. We got some plastic dome vent covers. Looks like varying sizes, probably depending on your humidity needs. I have 3 different sizes. I think the small ones are the same. Yes, they are. So we have 2 small and 1 larger. And I just spotted on the humidity hood where those are going to go. All right, 2 small ones on either end, and the large one will go on top. So I guess we can go ahead and pop those in now and have that done. Just like so. And I am supporting it from behind just so I don't crack the plastic with the pressure that I'm putting on. One more. There we are. That is assembled. Next, this appears to be our warming mat. Alright, seedling heat mat. It says it warms the rooting area to improve germination and rooting. And here are our planting cells, 72 cells. And at the risk of getting ahead of myself here, one method that I seen on a video that I really liked was to leave one of the cells empty so you can look into it and see how high the water is in the tray below. So I really like that idea. Now with that said, I could probably, dip my finger down on the side of the tray without disturbing seedlings to see how much water's there. But I do like the idea of keeping one cell free just for monitoring that water level. Okay, so that's the mats, seedling starter tray, the cells I should say, and we'll just complete assembly for that right now. Alright, base tray, seedling cells, humidity hood, and all that will go on to the warming tray. Warming mat, I should say. Alright, so that's kit number 1. Let's move on to the next unboxing. Next on the list is going to be this Zakka, Z-A-K-K-A, seedling starter tray set. Alright, this was just another impulse purchase, we'll say, but they looked really good. And this was down in some of the recommended items, or you know how it shows up sometimes, customers who bought this also bought this. Well, they got me with that one. Here it is. There's another seedling starter tray set, and we'll dive in and see what's inside here. Simple enough. Now before I dive into this box, we'll have a quick look at the back of this little sleeve. And it says they have humidity dome lids, which controls humidity for seedlings conveniently, seedling starter tray, 20-piece plastic plant pots, and a bottom drain tray. Alright, so let's have a look. Alright, so I'll just take this out one piece at a time. Alright, so here's the drip tray. Oh, these look fun. Here we go. A little bit of bubble wrap. I'm going to take this whole tray out as one unit, or else I'll probably have a bunch of little potting trays fall all over the place. There, these nice color-coded little potting trays. Fairly large for seedlings, but that's okay. They may be really good for a plant that gets larger to give a bit more root area. And then on top of that we have another humidity controlling dome. Alright, and there's two little spin wheels similar to the other one. I guess we can pop into the lid here. I will do the same thing, supported on back that I did with the other. There we are. Alright, so that's pretty straightforward, another full setup. Now as far as bottom watering, because I know that's an interest point of many people, I'm not sure if the drip tray is going to be deep enough to get the water up, but I believe, from what I'm seeing, I believe it can bottom feed with the water. So I think we'll be okay there. Alright, so that's this kit ready to rock. And again, that is the Zaka Seedling Starter Tray Set. Alright. If I remember, I'll try to put the links to these down below, but if I don't remember, please don't blame me too much. Okay, so pop this back in the box. Not so graciously, but effectively. And I think that's about it as far as starting trays. We're talking, 72 cells in the other set, and this one here is 5x4, so another 20 slots. So with all that said, let's get to dampening some soil, get these filled up, and do some planting. Alrighty, so I got my fam jam here with us, and we're going to be mixing up some potting soil, some seedling starter mix. So what we got there is just the Pro Mix brand name, and it's Seedling Start Mix, or Premium Seed Start Mix. So the big thing when you're doing your seedling starter mix is don't just dump out the dry soil into your cells and then try and plant on top of that and water after the fact. Because of the peat and air pockets and everything in the soil, your water is just going to end up sitting on top of the soil or else get absorbed really, really slowly. So the way to combat that is to pre-moisten your soil, which is the first thing that we're going to be doing today, and the kiddos are going to help us mix the water in really well. And I'll begin by putting some soil. We got a really big bread mixing bowl here belonging to my wife, who makes awesome bread, by the way. And I'm going to dump the soil in there. I got 2 liters of water here. Hopefully that should be more than enough, but we'll find out soon enough. And I'm going to put the soil in the bowl, add some water, we'll start mixing, and try and find a consistency where it's not too moist, but that the soil kind of clumps together in your hand and is not a powdery mess. Alright, so let's begin. I'll get my lovely wife to pass me the soil. And I'm just going to add, I'll probably start off with about half the bag and see how that does for us. Alright, so that's about a half bag of soil. I'd say we're probably going to need more, but we'll start with this much and we'll add more later if required. Alright, so I'm going to lay this soil to the side, and now I'll add in some water. Alright, so that is almost a liter of water added there so far. Probably about 3/4 of a liter. Alright kiddos, grab your spoons and start stirring.
It looks like chocolate cake.
Mmm.
Can I do it by myself?
Just don't flick it out the bowl, that's all. Alright, so the kids are giving this a good mix, making sure to bring all the dirt from the sides into the middle. Mix it in with the water.
It smells like the outdoors.
Mmm. Smells like the outdoors indeed. Smells like dirt.
Definitely.
There you go, keep mixing it in. Did they give us any worms with it?
No.
No, they never gave us any worms.
Why would they give us worms in the bag?
Ah,
How would they stay in the bag?
that's right.
Stay alive.
Might crawl out, you think?
Yeah. And how would they stay alive?
I don't know.
You would not breathe.
They wouldn't be able to breathe, that's right.
Because it's in a fully closed bag.
Alright, let's get a better look at what the kids are doing here. So it's starting to look pretty uniform in moisture. Nice and moist. So I'm just going to reach in with my hands and just take a little bit of a sample. Give it a squeeze. So it's maintaining a ball shape, but still easily flakes apart. So that's pretty much the moisture level you're looking for. Alright, easily grab a handful, make it into a ball, but it falls apart with a gentle touch. So we'll just make sure everything's all incorporated into the middle.
We need the middle.
Need everything evenly moist. We're just going to enjoy that word moist today.
Yeah, we love the word moist.
There we are. Alright, so I think that is sufficiently moistened. Alrighty, so next on the list now, we'll get our soil moved over to the side. We'll line up our 72 cell tray. And what we're going to do now, we're going to fill up all the cells with soil. Remember what I mentioned previously, we're going to leave one cell empty to be able to monitor the water levels down below, because we're going to be watering down through that hole and the water will leach up through the soil to the seedlings. That's the plan. Should hopefully work out properly. And with that said, the kids, you should roll up your sleeves.
My sleeve.
Your sleeve? You got no sleeves?
You came prepared.
You came prepared, is right.
I don't.
Alright, so this is the fun part now. You guys can dig in with your hands and start putting some soil on top of the cells.
On top?
Do you want Daddy to do one to show you?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to take a handful, very loose. I'm not going to squeeze it. And I'm just going to kind of rain it down over the cells. Not too aggressively. We don't want to make too big a mess.
And leave one in the corner empty.
And one in the corner stays empty.
It'll be this one.
Yeah?
It has the least in it.
Don't shake it around too much, little man.
For a second I thought this was a worm, but it's a branch.
So another note as well, this folding table that we're working on here was also an Amazon purchase. And this is the 4-foot model, in case you're wondering about sizing on what you would want for your seedling start trays. This one is 4 feet, so judge that accordingly as to what you're buying. And you might be wondering where this is going. It's going right here where we're planting. But we're going to open up the curtains. That is a south-facing window behind us. So we're hoping that we're going to get our most amount of sunlight through that window. All right. Let's bring you guys in a little closer to see how this is going. As you see here, we're just filling just to the top of the cells. You don't need to pack it down. Just a gentle little pack to see where you need some extra soil. So far as what I'm seeing here, we got the right amount of soil put in the bowl. I think we'll have enough to do this tray and have a little bit left over, which is great.
I'll just add some right here. There's a tiny bit extra.
Yeah.
And Daddy will rub his hand across the top here and move any extra into any lower cells. Without making too much of a mess, hopefully.
Can I do the last one?
Yeah, look, there's more here next to you.
Oh, that feels good. Oh, one more to do.
Alright, let's fill up these cells right here.
There's a tiny bit up here that we could fill in.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to reach.
Yeah, we can get that one later. We can turn the tray.
It looks like there might be a tiny bit in these holes.
Yeah, we can top those up.
There.
Oh yeah, that one's a very little one.
It's a lot of soil.
I know. I took a big handful because I saw a lot that had not enough soil.
Yeah.
So yeah. I did it for reasons. All done.
Yeah, yours all done?
Yep. Very different reasons.
Alright, so Daddy will pack down these cells and then we'll see. We got to top them up a little more.
Oh, that one needs a tiny bit more.
And these will pack down on their own a little bit as they get moistened and water into them.
That one needs more. Then we're done.
That's it. Daddy will keep packing them down a bit and then we'll top them up.
I'm kind of doing both.
Really good job.
We're all done.
You guys are doing awesome.
This one needs a tiny
The one that's helping is Sissy, the one that's scooping.
Sissy scooping and you're helping pack them down?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, this one needs a tiny bit more. Tiny bit. A tiny bit more.
So I'm just pushing down gently with my fingers here. No hard packing, just enough to give it form. Once the plant roots go down through this and kind of solidify everything together with a root mesh, it should hold together just fine.
It's all done, Dad.
Is it all done?
Yeah.
I'll keep on checking now. I only made it about halfway so far with packing them down.
We're kind of packing them down too.
I think we got like almost exactly enough soil.
Almost. This one needs way more.
And with this potting mix as well, with the seed starter, any big chunks of wood or anything like that, feel free to pick them out. You may just get in the way of the seeds starting new roots.
We're all. Wait, this one needs some pushies. Here. We're all done. Right?
Almost. We're going to pack these down in the back a little more.
Oh.
Move the tray forward a bit.
And we are out of soil.
Add a soil.
Yep. It's only this handful.
Alright. So I'll just wipe that across the top.
We're all done.
And we're pretty much all done. I'm just going to grab one little handful of dry soil.
And pour it in there. Pour it in that hole. Let's.
That one?
Yeah.
I'll just dust it
That
across
one.
here.
That one. That one. a few more.
Yeah, we'll brush it in there. Now, like I say, this is our first time doing seedlings. So if you could do this faster, I applaud you. But we're just going slowly and methodically with our soil. Alright.
Need one more.
I think that's good.
There.
A little bit over here.
Yeah, a little bit over here.
Alright.
Hold on. Do we need some water? We need water poured in there.
We'll do that after the seeds are in.
Wait, a little bit is in there.
Yeah, I'll take that out. That's okay.
Scoop it out.
Alright, so I think this tray is ready. So we're just going to take a quick little intermission, move this, tidy things up around, and we'll get set up with what seeds we're going to plant, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. We got our cleanup done. We got our little layout here now of seeds and name tags. We're pretty much ready to plant. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what we're going to plant and how we're going to do it. So we got the Chadwick cherry tomato from Emma Gardner. We're going to be doing 2 rows of that. We got the Tiny Tim cherry tomatoes. Going to be 2 rows of those. Cauliflower, we're going to do 1 row. Jalapenos, going to do 1 row. And then we got sweet peppers, broccoli, and spinach, and we'll be doing 2 rows of each of those. Alright, because all together we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows, and we're dividing that amongst 7 different types of seeds. So jalapenos, we like them, but we don't eat that many of them that we need 2 rows. Okay, so we're going to just do 5 cells of those. Hopefully we'll have success within the 5 cells. Cauliflower is kind of just, we're just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it, to see if we can have any success. So that's also going to be a test bed, and there'll be 1 row for cauliflower. The rest, like I say, we're using this high humidity dome, little mini greenhouse. So we're trying to get all of our peppers and tomatoes into this set here. So we'll be doing 2 rows of each of those, like I said. Alright, so we'll bring you in closer. We'll show you the technique that we're going to be using. Each of these seeds kind of has a different depth that you want to put the seed at, but most of them average about a ½ inch, except for the spinach, which is 1 inch in depth for the seed. Everything else is just minuscule below the soil surface. Alright, so I'll bring you guys in and we'll get the planting. Alright, so to begin preparation of the cells, I just got a marker here that we use for writing on the name tags. And I figured down to this little F, to the end of this F, that's about a ½ inch or so. That's enough of a guide as far as we're concerned here. We're going to be aiming for pretty much 1 seed per cell. If we get a couple in there and both of them germinate, we'll thin them out later. But as for now, we're kind of aiming for 1 to 2 seeds in each hole. And I'll let the kids work on this, but I'm just going to show you that I'll be going down until the F touches the dirt, and that's it. Alright, I'm just going to bring you in closer and show you what that looks like a little bit close up to your face. Alright, so again, I'm just using this as about a ½ inch guide, and I'm just going down till the F touches the dirt, like that, and out. Alright, here we go, right in the middle of the cell. Push that down, there you go. And next, this one. There we go, we got some awesome helpers going on here. Start up with this one. How you doing, little miss?
One of mine was very moist, and I literally didn't get to see how far it went down.
Yeah?
This one, I think.
Yeah, that soil is good and moist anyways.
I think
It's a good thing we pre-moistened it. You guys are making great time.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You got them all done?
All done.
Awesome. Alright, so now that we have our tray ready for planting, our holes are in place to an adequate depth. I don't think we'll have any issues with the depth that we set there. I just got a plate and I'm going to use that for dumping seeds out onto, just so the kids can pick them up a bit easier. And we're going to start spinach. It's our first one. I'm going to put the tag in the second space. And that's going to cover these two. And we'll go every second one and so on. Alright, so starting off with Burpee Spinach Baby Leaf Hybrid. Alright, so I'm hoping that this is the one that's going to give you baby spinach for salads and omelets and anything else that we use it for. So I'll begin with that. And we'll cut the top off. And again, we're going to aim for one seed in each hole. And we'll have a look at these guys. There you are. Alright, so Mr. Man, little lady, pick up a seed each and put one in each hole.
They kind of look like rocks.
Nope, over here.
Oh.
So your brother just did that one.
This one.
There you go, just one each.
No, no, that one's not.
Put that one in there.
I'm doing this row.
So this row is now finished.
There. There. Good. Two more now. And little miss, you got one in there already?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember putting it in there.
Okay, and one in the last one. Good. So that's our spinach done. And I'll get those put back in this pack. Next is going to be 2 rows of broccoli. Now, these are little small seeds as well. Little tiny black seeds. So we're going to be very careful putting these in. Make sure there's one in each hole, because they're going to blend in with the soil very easily. And I'll be starting.
I'm just picking up 2.
Put one in there. So as you can tell, there's a lot of trust right now that the kids are actually getting the seed in the hole, because I can't see them. Third.
Perfect.
Get it in there?
Yep.
Alright. So that is broccoli
Let me just
complete.
put one more in.
Where?
Double check.
Double check on this one?
Yeah.
Alright, we might have 2 seeds in that one. That's alright.
Maybe. These ones were easier to see because they're wider.
Yeah.
There we are. Put that away. Now, next is sweet peppers. Alright, these are YOLO Wonder sweet peppers. You should have no trouble telling if there's a seed in these.
Oh my god.
There you go. Like I say, just like the pepper seeds that you see when you cut them up for mix upper. Same thing. So now, sweet pepper, go on this one. So that's going to be this one and this one.
I took up a couple
Make sure it goes in the hole.
in the hole. And in the
That's good. There we go, one more. There we are.
Awesome.
Yep, excellent. So I'll put the remainder of these seeds into the bag. There we are. Now, if those couple grow up with 2 plants, we're not really worried about that. Okay, so next it's going to be cherry tomatoes. And I'll put that in the second one here. And that is going to be Chadwick cherry tomatoes. So again, we're going to be, little man, you're going to be doing this row, and little girl, this one right here.
This one, that one.
I'm doing this row. Right there.
Are they hard to see?
We'll find out now.
Yep, they're hard.
Are they hard to see?
No.
Oh no.
They're tiny.
They're very tiny. I feel like we should put 2 in each one.
Look at that. Right, little breadcrumbs is all they looks like. Alright guys, go ahead. You might want to just push on with your finger, it'll stick to your finger. So start up there, Mr. Man. Good. Good. And one more. Alright, you get a new one?
Okay.
It's alright, we'll pick that up later.
Let's get another one.
And
Awesome.
good job, guys. Alright, so next on the list is Tiny Tim tomatoes. Get this opened up. This is probably going to be little small seeds again, just like the cherry tomatoes. Oh my god, yes they are.
Oh no.
Alright. Let's get these out on plate. I definitely recommend the plate. It's working out very good.
Oh my god.
Little tiny things. Like, they're not even as big as a sesame seed. Alright, you guys fill up your rows now.
They look like sesame seeds, but they aren't.
This man yours, and this yours.
Can't even reach for them, they're so tiny.
Just take your time. There we go. Yep, it's in there. It's good.
Huh.
You just knocked a bit of dirt. It's alright. Okay, next. Alright, we'll cover them all in shortly.
And one more. Twigs. I'll put this
Mine
in there.
both go
And get this
right there.
Nope. Over here. Awesome.
Good. Excellent. I don't see one down in this one. Just want to make sure there's one.
If there's 2 plants, it's okay.
Exactly. Alright, so that's the Tiny Tims. I'll try to collect these together. Get them back in the envelope.
You do the peppers.
There we are. Let's seal that over. Alright, so next is going to be cauliflower.
Think these are gonna be big or small?
Awesome.
It's going to be small.
I think they're going to be big.
I think
Okay.
they're going to be medium.
Well, let's find out.
I think they're going to be big.
Alright, so next one on the list, snowball cauliflower. Approximate seed count 300. Oh, let's find out. Yeah, lots of seeds in there. Now you're gonna have to keep track. At least we're only doing one row of these.
Oh my!
Very roly-poly. So you do 3 each.
3. 1,
First one's down.
One,
The third.
3. 1, 2.
Mr. Man. Number 4.
Right here.
There you go. And one more for Mr. Man, is it?
Right at the
Yeah.
end.
And the last one.
Right there.
Good job, kiddos. It's like a ramp. I think a couple just flew in. We might have a couple of volunteer cauliflower in this area somewhere over here. We will see. Okay. Last one. Gonna be burpees again. Hot pepper, jalapeno, early.
I feel like they're really small.
You think they're gonna be small?
I think they're going to be large.
You think they're gonna be large,
I
hey?
mean big.
Big, yeah, big and large, same thing. That's good vocabulary. Thank you. So put the little flag in here. Now, let's have a look at what we have.
I feel like they're
Small and big, so medium.
So I'm gonna need 5.
medium.
Medium size, yeah.
So we were both right.
All right.
I'll have 3.
Where your last one's over.
1
You do 2, Mr. Man.
and
Good. And little miss, do the last 3.
That's right there.
No, Sissy's gonna do the last ones.
this one.
There we go.
Okay.
Good job. So we get these packed away. All right, and let's get ready for the last phase, which is covering all these seeds up. All right, so as I just said, we're going to get to covering the seeds over now with soil. Now you do have the option of just grabbing some soil out of the bag, spreading it over, filling in the holes. That'll be fine as well. But we got enough soil here that you can just kind of work around each cell and knock the soil down into the hole, give it a little flattening, and that'll be plenty. So I'm going to show the kids how to do it, and then 2 of them are going to do the whole tray of filling in the holes. So I'm going to bring you in close now, and we'll do one hole together, and then we'll watch the kids fill the rest in. Alright, so over on this side, this is our spinach. We got our cell here with the seed inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to work around the edge with my finger, putting a little bit of soil over the hole, and I'm just going to give it a little press down, like so. And that is done. Alright, so we'll get the kids to start filling in these holes now, and then this tray, other than watering it, will be ready. So let's get to it. Looks like you're getting close to the end.
I'm doing it in a different way.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing down with the soil, then I'm pushing in with the soil, then I'm patting, but I don't push this in.
Oh, okay.
Save that for this one.
Oh, okay. So as long as the seeds are covered, you do whatever method works for you. Whatever makes you enjoy gardening.
I love gardening.
Awesome.
I love it too.
You like gardening too?
Yeah.
You love it?
Yep.
Awesome. That's what we want. We want you guys to love gardening,
Done that row.
and we love it too.
I've done that row.
I don't need them pushed.
This one needs a tiny bit more soil. I'm just gonna share a tiny bit of that for me.
Let's see. Gatorade. Wait.
Alright, watch your elbow, that's all that's in this way.
But you used this
You're
hand.
reaching for this.
My left hand doesn't work that well.
That's alright. You can practice with it.
I'm right-handed.
You're close to the end, only what, 4 left.
Yeah.
Done.
Awesome.
Oh, this helps to see a little bit.
I'm going to fill that one in a little more. Good.
And it helps to see a little bit.
That's right.
I'm just kind of
Right
just
here.
pushing
I'm going to help
these.
to see.
One
I'm
left.
going to help you.
Okay.
There it goes. There you go, sis.
I think that's good.
Get that?
I'm just gonna push this a tiny bit.
Get that? That might be a seed.
Alright. Alrighty. I think the kiddos have all the seeds covered in. Yeah, looks good to me. And we still got our one cell that's empty for filling with water. Alright, you guys happy? Yeah. You happy with the results?
Yep.
That's good. Alright, so let's get to watering this and we should be good. Alright, so now that all the seeds are planted, covered, labeled, this tray is complete. We just need to water it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the tray around to bring my water cell over to me. And instead of lifting this tray out to put water in, I'm just going to pour directly down there and hope it absorbs fast enough to give us a base. So I'm going to grab the remainder of the water that I never used earlier, and I'm just going to start filling through this last cell. And I can see the water absorbing well. So I'm going to bring you guys in closer and show you what I'm seeing, hopefully. It's a little bit dark down in the cell, but you should hopefully see what I'm seeing. As you can see, if I stop filling it, it absorbs right out the bottom. So we're going to be going until there's about a centimeter of water remaining in the cell after we stop pouring. And then we'll know that there should be about a centimeter of water in the bottom of each of the other cells. There we go, so we're starting to get a bit of residual water in the base. And a little bit more. Because some of this water is going to be soaked up by the soil of the other plants, the other cells, rather quickly. Okay, we're almost at the point of it being where we want it to be. We can always fill more later. Alright, so you can see there, probably about a ½ centimeter to a centimeter of water. And for now, we're going to keep an eye on that, but that should be absorbing into the soil of the other cells right now as well as needed. Alright, so that's our watering done. So let's get this thing with the humidity hood on, and we'll call this done. Alright, so now that we've got everything done and watered, time to put on our humidity hood. And it just lays on very loosely, easily. There's no snapping or anything like that. It just lays on top and sits there, okay? And as far as the vents, I'm going to keep them all closed for now to keep the humidity inside. If we get to the point where it's very, with a lot of condensation on the inside that is dripping and looking almost swampy, then we would, crank open our vents just to let some of that humidity out. Alright, so as of right now though, our first tray is done. There are some warmer climate seeds in there, the peppers especially, and for that reason we'll get the warming mat and we'll sit this on the warming mat and plug it in when we push this table back in place by the window. But I don't think we need to do that on camera right now. We're just going to get everything straightened away and finish this video right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed our seed starting video. This is a new thing for us. Wish us luck, wish us good germination, and hopefully we'll have great success. Like I say, you've seen the other trays. We're going to be using those as we get closer to our last frost date. I think the next ones are probably around the 2 to 4 week mark before the last frost. So it'll probably be about another month or so until we start planting some more. So look forward to that video and look forward to our next videos. Because if you haven't subscribed already, you should probably do that. It would be great if you could follow us along in this adventure. And ring that notification bell, drop us a comment, and like this video if you like. That would be great. So until that next video happens though, I hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, take care of each other, and peace out! Good job, guys.